red zone touchdown.
Throw down to second in time.
Brady turns and dumps it. State on the run, and he jams it home.
Whoever comes home, they got him.
What tough shot. And
There's McLemore.
Welcome to this week's Big 12 Report, presented as always by Dr. Pepper. I'm Wendell Barnhouse, Big12Sports.com correspondent, alongside co-host Carter Babb. This week, this is what it's all about, folks.
All about the basketball. That's right, Wendell. Well, the brackets for the NCAA men's and women's basketball tournaments are out, and it's definitely time for some March Madness. Now, there are 5 teams who made it on the men's side and 7 on the women's side. So that's a great production and great percentages from a 10-team league. Now, Wendell, why don't you tell us the who, the what, and the when on some of the tournament action this weekend?
Well, the Big 12, as you said, placed 5 teams in the NCAA Tournament, and that was announced on Sunday. Kansas, the regular season, and Phillips 66 Big 12 Championship winners led the way as the number 1 seed in the South region. Now, the Jayhawks are number 2 behind overall number 1 seed Louisville on the NCAA list. Oklahoma is the number 10 seed in the South region. OU's Lon Kruger made history. He's the first coach to lead 5 different schools to an NCAA tournament berth. The Sooners will face number 7 seed San Diego State in Philadelphia. Kansas State is the number 4 seed in the West region, and like Kansas, will be playing the opening weekend in Kansas City. The Wildcats will face the winner of the Boise State and LaSalle first-round game. Oklahoma State is number 5 seed in the Midwest region, where the experts think that the Midwest region is the toughest of the 4. The Cowboys are led by Big 12 Player and Freshman of the Year Marcus Smart, and they will take on number 12 seed Oregon in San Jose, California. Iowa State is making its first back-to-back NCAA tournament trip since 2000 and 2001. The Cyclones are the number 10 seed in the Midwest and will face number 7 seed Notre Dame in Dayton, Ohio. Now, Carter, on the women's side, I think the Big 12 strength and respect as the number 1 RPI league really showed as far as the conference placing 7 of its 10 teams in the 64-team NCAA women's tournament bracket. Defending national champion Baylor was the overall number 1 seed. The Lady Bears are going to open NCAA play on their home court in Waco Sunday. Now, they're going to hope that that's the start of a postseason journey that would lead them to Oklahoma City for the regional and then the Final Four in New Orleans. Oklahoma is also in the Oklahoma City region. The Sooners are a number 6 seed. Now, if OU wins its opener with Central Michigan, it could face number 3 seed UCLA in a rematch of a November game that the Bruins won by 6 points. Iowa State has a tough draw. The 5th-seeded Cyclones are in the Spokane region and will face number 12 seed Gonzaga on its home court. Number 7 seed Texas Tech is also in the Spokane region, but the Lady Raiders are hosting and will face number 10 seed South Florida in Lubbock to get the tournament started. Kansas is the number 12 seed in the Norfolk region and will face a familiar foe in former Big 12 school Colorado, the number 5 seed. Oklahoma State joins KU in this region. The Cowgirls are a number 7 seed and open against number 10 seed DePaul. And newcomer West Virginia represented the Big 12 by snagging an at-large bid as the number 11 seed in the Bridgeport region. The Mountaineers will take on number 6 seed Delaware on its home court.
That's right. Okay, Wendell, we'll take a breath and take a break now. We've just a lot of talking about a lot of different teams, which is a good thing. It's a good thing. It's a good problem to have. Well, a few weeks ago, we told you about how busy of a time it is in the conference right now. Like last week, we did not tape the Big 12 report as we were helping with the women's basketball championship in Dallas and the men's championship in Kansas City. So it's been a busy 2 weeks. Now, surprise, surprise, we have another Big 12 championship up for grabs this Saturday as Iowa State hosts the Gymnastics Championship in Ames.
Oklahoma, ranked number 2 in the nation after spending time at number 1, will defend its title and look to win its 6th trophy at the Big 12 Gymnastics Championship Saturday at Iowa State.
Oklahoma being ranked right there at the top, and they are perennially a factor. So they're approaching it as, it's ours to lose. So I know that's what they're doing. And, they're gonna bring it.
Newcomer West Virginia is ranked 25th nationally.
I think it's a kind of a cool thing that we have some great gymnastics teams in our conference.
For the 3 Big 12 teams, this championship is the first step toward the NCAA regionals and championship that will be held over the next few weeks.
We call it a practice for NCAAs. We try to run the meet very similar to the way an NCAA is run. So it feels the same. The excitement is the same. So it's exactly what it is. It's a practice for NCAAs.
Iowa State hopes that being at home will give it a boost.
For one thing, the equipment is something that we've had experience on. Equipment can vary from venue to venue. We're hoping a big crowd's gonna help keep our team focused on the job at hand.
Well, we've covered a lot of ground today, but we still have not gotten to what has always been my favorite part of the show, which is the weekly shout-outs. Now, I hope you don't disappoint me this week, Wendell. I hope you have some shout-outs for us.
Forget Carl Malone. I'm the mailman. I always deliver. That was a good pass, by the way. First shout-out. Congratulations to West Virginia for winning the NCAA Rifle Championships, the 15th title in that sport in school history. Now, defending champion TCU finished third, and in track and field, Kansas duplicated its second-place finish in the NCAA Women's Track and Field Championships, and Texas Tech finished fifth, the highest in school history in the men's competition at the NCAA Track and Field. Shout-out number 2, newcomers West Virginia and TCU also won their first Big 12 baseball games over the weekend. The Mountaineers opened with a 13-3 victory at Kansas State, while the Horned Frogs defeated Kansas 8-1. And Texas Tech is off to a strong start under first-year coach Tim Tadlock. The Red Raiders took 2 out of 3 at Texas, winning their first series with the Longhorns since 2002 and their first in Austin since 2001. Final shout out, the Sports Business Journal has announced its nominees for the 6th Annual Sports Business Awards. Oklahoma State's Mike Holder is one of the 5 nominees for Athletic Director of the Year. TCU's Amon G. Carter Stadium is nominated for Sports Facility of the Year. And the Wasserman Media Group, which has consulted with the Big 12 on television contracts and digital media, is nominated in 3 categories.
That's right. It's quite a list of nominations and accomplishments. That TCU football stadium is something else. So hopefully they will win that award. All right, well, that'll do it for this week's Big 12 Report. As always, to keep up with all the action and all the tournament action coming up this weekend, be sure to follow us on Twitter at Big 12 Conference and check out our website at big12sports.com for all the latest scores, news, and notes from around the league. We'll see you next week.
That's enough. We're going to break the cameras. We're all in a good mood now, so let's do a show.
Now, there are 5 teams from the Big 12 who made it on the men's side and 7 on the women's side. And that's great percentages and production from a 10-league conference, so that's awesome. 10-team league. Whoops.
God, that was so close. The Jayhawks are the number 2 seed overall, number 1 seed overall. And newcomer West Virginia represented the Big 10 by
men's championship in Kansas City. Now, so you're not going to disappoint me, are you? I hope you have some shout-outs this week.
Carter, I am like Carl. Yay!
Yeah, that's good.
Okay, cool.